Hey, what's up guys, Control here, and today I am bringing you a video on Reno Lock. This is a slightly modified version that I got from the Chinese Meta Report. I'm really interested in those decks in general just because I like to, figure out what other people who are highly rated on ladder just enjoy playing. And this list was the one submitted to the Chinese Meta Reports from a lot of top players there in China. And again, the Chinese meta is what we don't really have too much info on in the West here, so I figured I'd try out what's good there on NA and see how it works. A little bit of some interesting inclusions. You got Dark Pact and Sack Pack and Reno Lock. I assume there's just a lot of Warlock mirrors on China, that's why they play this. But other than that, it's just got a decently heavy top end. You got Geist, so Jade Druid must be popular there too. It's basically the only reason you run that. Or Combo Priest. Geist is just really good if you know you're going to queue into one of those two decks, otherwise it's pretty meh. You could argue it's like a tempo minion, but it's not really that good. Then the classic N'Zoth plus Gul'dan top end, which is just absolutely ridiculous in this deck and gives you crazy punching power. You got Zilla and stuff to copy Kazakis, and overall, I mean, I don't think it's a really crazy build of Reno Lock or anything super innovative, really. You just summon your two big late boy guys, and, you try not to die in the early game. Run your Dirty Rats to beat aggro and that kind of stuff. I think it's a cool deck though, and I like Reno Lock a lot. It's one of the decks that I've hit rank 1 legend with a ton, and I've just always enjoyed throughout the history of Hearthstone, really. So for me to come back and play this, it's pretty cool, and especially with some of the new cards that we've seen pop up in the metagame. One of the new ones that I like a lot of this list is just Lord Godfrey and Rotten Applebaum. I think they're both really cool, good new cards from the Witchwood that fit into the list really well. Godfrey obviously is just... Godfrey is just broken, man. I mean, there's nothing else to really say about it. I think Applebaum and Reno Lock's actually just a clear upgrade as well over Sludge Belcher too, which is really cool. Yeah, it's enough rambling. You can talk about the tech choices endlessly for a list like a Reno deck. This list, it's not bad. It's not a bad deck. So we're going to hop into some gameplay and see how it performs. I have not tried the OTK Baku Hunter now. I have not tried it.
Gul'dan versus Anduin.
Oh no, I'm against the counterspell. It's not very good. Against priests, I mean, they're usually big priests, so I'll just keep Blocky. Godfrey and others should be really good. You just gotta assume that they're playing big priests when you queue into them. With the amount of cards that he kept, it actually might not be. Could be a combo priest. Or control priest. Greetings, Anduin. I hate it when priests don't play with Tyrande. I know not everybody got the promotion to be able to play Tyrande, but Anduin just annoys me. Mist is really good in this matchup too, if you can somehow not die for a turn when you play it. It's pretty sweet because then you just pull stuff from their deck. I'm actually not going to play Deathlord because it's Big Priest, and against Big Priest I don't really want to give him 25 minions to just kill me. I could have actually just gone for Dirty Rat there, because with the 3 cards kept, it seems like he is in fact holding Barnes. So you could argue that was good, but it's not always the case. Okay, so they actually don't pull anything with Void Color here, so I think I am just going to try the Dirty Rat here and hope that that works. If I do get a big card, I think I will miss it. That's why I'm not going to tap first here. Yeah. So you could also argue, because he didn't coin Barnes there, that, he just didn't have it, and I think that would be fair to say. So my play could have just been bad, where I Dirty Ratted, because, yeah, the coin Barnes usually makes the most sense. Flip side of that is he could have been going for like a coin Shadow Essence right after Barnes, so hard to say. Take my line. I've got to live with it now. Statue fortunately isn't that scary though, so I think I am actually going to tap here instead of playing Corrupting Mist. Okay, pretty slow turns, good for us. I could go ahead and just tempo the Lackey. No swang. So demons in the deck right now that we can pull. Void Lord, Mal'Ganis, my man. Void Lord and Mal'Ganis, so the big boys basically. Deck only has 4 demons in it. Just Void Caller, Void Lord, Dreadlord, and Mal'Ganis. So there's the Coin Essence play we're talking about. And unfortunately for the opponent, he pulls Barnes, which is really not very good at all. I don't think Big Priest runs anything that costs 1 mana for spells. I'm trying to think, but I don't think they have anything at all. They run Silence, but that's not 1 mana. I think that we are going to just make the bop here and see what's up. full Void Lord. I really wish that I could Dark Bomb and play Dreadlord here. We can't though. It's quite bad. I will still play the Dreadlord by itself though. I think it's better than anything else we can do here. And I also kind of want to dump my hand because I kind of really want to be able to play like Brand plus Kazakus and get 2 10 mana Polymorph Potions, because I think that's probably going to be the way that we win the game. Yeah, you can check my Twitter, Danny. I tweeted it. Could even like Zola a Void Lord. It's not super good, but it's something. If he has a Resurrect effect, he should use it here, so he gets the 9-drop instead of Barnes, potentially. Yep. Good stuff. See if he uses a Eternal Servitude or another Resurrect now. Doesn't, just goes for the hero power. It's fine with me. No big deal. I kind of just want a Corrupting Mist here. I can't Kazakus and Zola, or Kazakus and Brand, because if I do, I will overdraw. So I could like Corrupting Mist, Shadow Bolts. I mean, I Dark Bomb, right? Yeah. Problem is, I'm not really doing anything by doing that. This is just a weird hand to play with. Like, I don't want to play Death Lord. It's not good for me. That would be the easy play though to make, is just play the Death Lord. I could just Geist then Brand Kazakus, take a 1 mana potion, or I could even just like risk overdrawing. It's just Nether or Golden, which are really bad next turn. But I think that I might just Geist here. I could also just play the Void Color without anything else and just Dark Bomb or Shadow Bolt. I think that I do Dark Bomb. Sometimes you actually make the consideration that you would just rather overkill it because you want the mana crystals. But I feel like 4 damage is actually quite impactful with minions like Skulking Geist in my hand. Because a lot of the cards that Big Priest plays are 8/8s, or just have the, you know, the 8 health style line. Which means that Shadow Bolt, you know, coupled with something like Geist is actually really strong. So that's the reason why I keep it. But sometimes it's actually correct to use the Shadow Bolt there and overkill it just so the Dark Bomb. So you have the Dark Bomb in hand, sorry, because it's a lot more flexible, really. Kind of sucks, no mana cheat there for us, so Mal'Ganis is going to have to be played normally. No big deal, though. No big deal. I don't think we're going to be trying to work him down to Fatigue now. Fatigue's not how we win. We just win by not dying. Simply put. The thing is, Kazakus for 1 mana potion is just weak. I could Kazakus for 10, and then just Zola it, and that would be fine. I wouldn't overdraw. That guarantees me at least 3 potions, so I do like the play. No Polymorph, man, it's kind of rough. Res is okay though, it's not great, but it's also not terrible. This is like a good example of what I just call like a tempo potion, where, you know, after your reset you just redevelop and try and fight one of their big reses, like a Spellstone board basically. That being said though, it's not that good. Like the minions we played are like Possess Lackey, Void Lord's good, but wait, what? That's not even good anti-aggro attack, that's just bad. There's no reason to run Eden in that deck, ever. I'm thoroughly confused. But we can clear off this big boy, so let's do it. Trade Bomb. And I think I'm just gonna play Apple Bomb here. It's not that good, but playing the Death Rattles is really strong. Because if you look at what we've done this game already, we played a Void Caller, played a Lackey, and we played Void Lord. Lackey doesn't really do anything anymore because we did draw Mal'Ganis, so technically drawn all of our demons or played them. So Lackey doesn't actually do anything off of the N'Zoth, but it's not bad. We could have Thaurissan here. That wouldn't be terrible. We kind of have the turn too, which is actually quite interesting because you usually don't get it. But we do have time to actually play it. Could do something like Corrupting Mist, Hero Power, Thaurissan. The thing with that though is then Statue will just kill Thaurissan. Whereas he might not be able to clear it on board otherwise. He probably will though, so I think we do just tap. Play the Mist. And then play Thaurissan after. Just take the discount. This isn't winning me the game by any means. It's just making the hand a little bit cheaper, that's all. And that's really the whole function of Thaurissan in this deck. It's not like a necessary card, so you could cut it pretty easily, but it just makes your hands easier to play with, really. So I feel like with the Eden thing, he's trying to make a more anti-aggro build, the Big Priest, but I feel like if you want to do that, the best way to do it is only run Yesaraj and statues. Just cut Rag. Okay, I guess not if he's playing Kel'Thuzad. Yeah, his deck's just bad. Not much more to say about it, just bad. Spirit Lash and then trade. Okay, so he decides to trade the wrong way too, and not push damage for some reason. Oh, actually, with Kel'Thuzad, no, I'm being stupid. He gets everything back anyways. Wait, why did he just waste his death? Wait. Wait. He gets it back though because it's at the end of every turn. Unless I can clear it. Which I can't on board right now. I could Brand Kazakias, look for a 5-mana deal 5. That's probably my best play. I think that the Polymorph is way more important, so I will go for 10-mana Potion. First, because I really just need the Polymorph to win. I think I take Armor over Health. Yikes, man, yikes. You know, I think I just need to go for the Polymorph, man. I can't really just sacrifice it. No, I just... The AoE poly is so important post spell summon that I just need to go for it, man. Thank you, Blizzard. Yeah, it's honestly just key to me winning this game ever. And now in this case, I can just play Deathlord. Should probably tap first. Tap, that's fine. Tap, Deathlord, and play Mom. Now N'Zoth brings back a full board. But the Poly Potion will be good though, which is nice. No, he will get it back because Kel'Thuzad triggers on both players' turns. So he gets the statue back, as you can see on the board.
I wonder.
This is a good example of a game that kind of just shows why I really like this deck. Because you actually have the time to outplay your opponents with, you know, good plays, basically. Like, if you make good decisions and play better than your opponent on average, then you will win more games than you lose with this deck. Which is basically all that I want from a deck list like this. Is I do want to be able to just outperform my opponents and win more. That being said, we're definitely not in a winning position right now. This board is really scary, and I'm just gonna hope that I get like a Void Lord back off of this. Something. Oh, I can use Sack Pack, so we did get a demon. If we get Void Caller, we can actually Sack Pack and pull Mal'Ganis, which is really nice. Apple Bomb's awesome. Kazakus is alright. And the Walker. You know, I might just Sack Pack that right now. I don't really see a scenario where it'll be better. And one counter to this play, sorry, that he can do actually is just Psychic Scream. It'd be a really good play for him. But it's kind of a bait at the same time, because if he Psychic Screams, then I can just like go for the other potions, you know? Go for the potion or N'Zoth and refill the board. Then we do have swings later on with Gul'dan as well. Honestly, not that good for him. I just use my potion. Trade. He probably pulls Rag, or actually Eden would be a likely outcome, right? Because we know that he runs Eden and he hasn't actually played one yet. Okay, so he has a Furious Eden in hand then. I don't have a way to clear Sylve myself, unfortunately. So one of the big pros of running stuff like Shadow Flame is that you can use Shadow Flame Sylve. And that's why that build's nice, because you can do that. So I'm actually not that scared of the Yesaraj right now, other than my life total being low. But we can just N'Zoth and then get a bunch of downs back and stuff. I kind of think that I do just like that play where I N'Zoth, get Void Caller, the Death Lord, which we know won't pull anything, the Void Lord, a Mom, Lackey, and Apple Bomb. I get 2 Apple Bombs, so we might actually not get a Void Lord here. But let's do it. Get the full board. Nice. Void Lord's really important to get back for Gul'dan. It's also just like in general a really strong minion here. You must consider the bottom right, buddy. I feel like it's tough for him to not concede here. But we haven't seen any of the big AoE spells, so hard to say, right?
Quickly.
I wonder too, man. Oh yeah, 7 mana, 5/9 on. Let's go. That is a play, ladies and gentlemen. That is a play. Not a good one, but it's a play, trust me. Can I actually bump here and just pull Mulliganis out? So that's 3, trade. 3, 5, then I get that trade and this lives. Could just trade my stuff off and then play the potion. The problem with that is I'm honestly just kind of going a little bit too all in here. I don't... you know, let's actually do it like this, where we play this potion. Play this here. Trade with Mom. Trade, and go face. We have a really good board that we can win with. But I'm not just going to straight up lose to a Psychic Scream or anything. Yeah, threatening 18 power on board right now, so with Hellfire it's just lethal next turn. But we're not really giving too much up right now with this. Okay, no big deal. I mean, is Horror even good for him if he has that in his deck? Spells, okay, that was just good spells inactive. Fair enough, fair enough. Res is a 1/1. It's really funny. No Obsidian statue sucks for him. It's really bad. So I do like Sylvanas here. And I don't really like trading too much. So I think I'm a Spellbreaker, Sylvanas, and go face. I like that because we know that he's played both deaths, so he can actually pop the Void Lord without trading into it. He could use Psychic Scream or something again, that'd be fine with me though, because we do have recommit with Gul'dan and the potion. And honestly, he's just in a really awkward spot right now and shouldn't be able to get the W. Light Bomb's good here. He gets to keep the 5/9, but with Sylvanas on board, we do play around that, where you can Seal Barns or the 5/9 after Light Bomb. And we do still have all the 1/3 Voidwalkers. So I don't feel like I'm losing here. We should just be in a good spot, you know? Thinking long and hard about this bottom right here. It's like, huh, do I beat this board ever? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. I dig it. Okay, the heal for his sheet 8 mana Reno Jackson with no minion on board. I like it. It's funny. If he's not trading more past that, isn't that just like conceding? Because I just do this and then I do this. Like, that feels like it's just as good as conceding to me, to be honest.
This will be a mercy killing.
Okay. It's not bad for him. Blast Crystal's really good for us, so I think we make this bump. We could honestly value trade here too. If it hits Mal'Ganis, then I am a little bit off. I could just play the Geist for the potential just to win the game here. I actually have Hellfire after anyways, right? So that does make up for the damage, so we're chilling. Okay, lost 10-10. That kind of sucks. It's all good though. Face. I mean, if I Geist, I remove a card from my deck, but it's still just a minion here, which is good. Runs Potion of Madness too, wow. This is a very, very weird build of Big Priest. I don't really like it, to be honest. But, I mean, to each their own, right? Yeah. You build your deck the way you want to build it. I'll win my deck the way that I want to build it. Eternal Servitude. It is a card. It is most certainly a card. Pain.
I'm almost out of cards. Worthless vermin.
That's kind of mean. Let's get some big boys. It's kind of big. I dig it. I miss playing with Kazakus potions. Very unique how they work.
Well played.
Well, one thing about them is they got very annoying at a certain point because because the meta was just Reno decks and like Pirate Warrior basically, an aggro druid. So you know, drawing Kazakus would mean that you win so often because you just go for 1 or 5 mana, get AoE and just win the game. So that was an annoying time for Kazakus potions, but it's not really like that anymore. Let's go face and pass. No reason even commit Gul'dan, just in case of the Light Bomb or Psychic Scream, you know? Just have that extra commit later. So you're gonna replay stuff. He's still hanging in there, huh? You can say a lot about this guy, but you can't call him a quitter. That is one thing you definitely cannot say about this guy. He is not a quitter. Is there any way that we can set up a clear here without trading that in? That is 5, 7. Yeah, so let's do this and I win. Good game. That win took a lot longer than it should have though, to be honest. Like, a lot longer. But, yeah, good game.